of our basic American rights, which is Dr. Martin Luther King said, it's the right to protest for our rights. It is a problem in our country when our government threatens to shut down based on a lack of income and its corporations like Wells Fargo who are contributing to the problem. Is that wrong? Yes! Are we right for standing up against that? Yes! Are we right for speaking out on behalf of people who cannot eat? On behalf of veterans who are homeless because the government does not have the money to provide for them because corporations don't pay their fair share? Yes! Are we going to change that? Yes! Will we stand up next week if we need to? Yes! Are we going to contact our congressmen and our senators to say this will not stand? Yes! So let's tell them why we're here. Tax day! Make them pay! 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 When I say fair, you say share! Fair! Share! Share! When I say fair, you say share! Fair! Share! Fair! Share! When I say fair, you say share! Fair! Share! Share!
We have another scandal out there, and that is major corporation after major corporation, many of whom have powerful lobbyists right here on Capitol Hill, not only pay nothing in taxes, but in many cases get a refund from the IRS. And I just want to list some 10, the 10 worst corporate tax avoiders. ExxonMobil, largest oil company in the world, made $19 billion in profits in 2009. Exxon not only paid no federal income taxes, it actually received a $156 million rebate from the IRS, according to SEC filings. So instead of throwing children off a Head Start or cutting back on community health centers, maybe we want to ask ExxonMobil to actually pay taxes rather than get a refund. Bank of America, number 2, received a $1.9 billion tax refund from the IRS last year. Bank of America received a $1.9 billion tax refund, although it made $4.4 billion in profits. Maybe they might want to contribute a little bit more before we cut back, as the Republicans want, on the Social Security Administration. Over the past 5 years, while General Electric made $26 billion in profits in the United States, it received a $4.1 billion refund from the IRS. Chevron received a $19 million refund from the IRS last year after it made $10 billion in profits in 2009. So if you're working stiff, you're making $30,000, $40,000 a year, you're paying taxes, but if you're Chevron and you made $10 billion in profits in 2009, you don't have to pay any taxes. You get a $19 million refund. Yeah, let's go after the little kids. Let's go after the elderly. Let's go after the sick. Let's go after the most vulnerable. But apparently in the Senate, we can't ask Chevron to pay taxes. Boeing, which received a $30 billion contract from the Pentagon to build 179 airborne tankers, got a $124 million refund from the IRS last year. Valero Energy, the 25th largest company in America, with $68 billion in sales last year, received a $157 million tax refund check from the IRS.
I'm former State Representative Dennis F1, and I'm glad to be here with y'all with our tax day, make them pay. When I was serving House District 17, I voted to close this so-called
Sorry, I wasn't in your frame, was I?
But what the Republicans with the one-seat majority are making now, are doing now, we're trying to repeal these tax exemptions, these corporate exemptions that we have placed in effect. They are really just beholden to these special interests. And so it's nice to see a community really speaking out for working families and making sure that corporate America pays for their fair share of taxes and no tax dodging. So thank you all for the work you do.
Goldman Sachs, our good friends on Wall Street, in 2008 only paid 1.1% of its income in taxes, even though it earned a profit of $2.3 billion and received an almost $800 billion from the Federal Reserve and U.S. Treasury Department. Citigroup last year made more than $4 billion in profits but paid no federal income taxes. ConocoPhillips, fifth largest oil company in the U.S., made $16 billion in profits from 2007 through 2009, but received a $451 million in tax breaks through the oil and gas manufacturing deductions. Over the past 5 years, Carnival Cruise Lines made more than $11 billion in profits, but its federal income tax rates dropped during those years. It was just 1.1%, 1.1. So the point is, if you go out and you work for a living, you pay taxes. Pay 10, 15% of your income taxes. But if you're on Wall Street, if you're a major oil company, if you have lobbyists all over this place, not only can you avoid paying any taxes, in many cases you'll actually get a tax refund from the IRS. So what's the point? The point is that at a time when we have a $1.6 trillion deficit, maybe we have to reduce that deficit, not simply on the backs of working families, low-income people, the children, the sick, the elderly. Maybe we might want to call for shared sacrifice. Maybe ExxonMobil and some of the large oil companies might be asked to pay something in taxes. Maybe General Electric might be asked to pay something in taxes. Maybe the wealthiest people in this country might be asked to pay something in taxes. Madam President, these are serious times for our country. We need serious answers. We need shared sacrifice. Thank you, and with that, I would yield the floor.
Okay, so we did go in and talk with the manager, and he said he was going to come out and give us some contact info for some public relations person or something, and he changed his mind apparently. So,
You're so scary.
Boo Wells Fargo! All we're trying to say to them is that we all pay taxes, and we just expect them to do the same. I'm not asking them to do anything that I don't do myself as a business owner, so I'm just waiting for somebody to tell us why they shouldn't pay taxes. So, but apparently they're not coming out, and they're not paying taxes either.
Now, we also want to let you guys know it's just not Wells Fargo. We're not just picking on one corporation. This problem is bigger than that. We're also asking Wells Fargo, ExxonMobil, Bank of America, General Electric, Chevron, Valero Energy, Goldman Sachs, and Citigroup pay your taxes. We pay our taxes, you pay your taxes. That's all we're asking. But we were a little disappointed that when we asked the branch manager of Wells Fargo in Colorado Springs, a bank who has an obligation to our community, they dodged the chance to talk to you guys in the same way that their corporation dodged paying this tax bill. And that is wrong. But we just want to appreciate you guys for speaking up, because you are here. You are speaking up on behalf of all of us, and you are doing the right thing. Give yourselves a hand, please.